I am proud to be called so easy and nice. Found that of progress, stop in my by of you come. People of wisdom and potentiality. Found that the special charges from Egba, Lord of Egba. Also, thanks for sex. We appreciate you. Also, we have the High Chief Oteshi of Artists of the Cell Set. We appreciate you, sir. Also, we have the Taiwo in our midst. We appreciate you, sir. Dr. Welcome, sir. Mr. Secretary, we appreciate you. Mr. Commissioner, we appreciate you. Elder, we appreciate you. Brother, I appreciate you. We appreciate you. And our family, we appreciate you so much. So, God bless you, sir. And my love, you appreciate yourself. So, also, we have also recognize and other items that are coming in. You're welcome, sir. I appreciate it. I also standing on the existing form, I would like to read out some apologies received from members. The first person is the Raji J. Ade. He said his apology Mr. Obati and not be 1996. Thank you, Mr. Apology. As for Sunday, he said this time I think the institution UK California. So thank you not this is of 1971 states. Ojumu 1971 states. He said an apology.
So those are the 4 appointments for here. Then Pastor Wadi will come to his apology.
Voilà. You're welcome, Major.
Thank you very much. Standing committee, standing MC. I was going to say standing committee. Before my welcome address, let me quickly introduce the straight person this side of the hall. That Mr. Lotto is the president senior student. Assumption. The senior authority is on and off. No Ocean need to say when the former principal was transferred, we now practice the biggest even what our back should look for those who are transferred to principal. So we do the sort of analysis not as such. We really find it one or two that we personally purpose that they will not for family. I mean, to prevent family separation. And so we reach out for students and not specify in went to our gas tester, they said give us the principal that will meet our aspirations and key into what we are doing, sustain the temple. And so gave us John and asked me to do my personal investigation of rape, which I did as whether and that was the school I sat as vice principal, but in principal. So I know the theory now is I called him what and members leaving and those who are at the end of the first year and the commencement of the second year in the 30 years tenure of the current ECHSOSA leadership. To God be the glory. At the inception of the current ECHSOSA, precisely on January 20th, 2024, in this hall, I gave an overview of the continued installation agenda and association forward, specifically a synergy and collaboration with the school management, the herders, sets, and individuals to improve on the existing structures, their maintenance, and identify with and ensure an increased participation of members from the diaspora. I am happy to say that lots of success has been recorded in these areas in the last 1 year. We've witnessed some dividends and gains of being a flagship school. The second batch of fresh intakes were admitted into ECHSOSA in September last year. We are beginning to enjoy a controlled and manageable students population in the junior school. Incidents of students legalizing and misconduct are being stemmed to the BRS minimum in the school generally. Our hostel initiative is also chance to the various intervention and support. The year 2025, construction of a few projects and renovations that have greatly impacted positively on our school and the students in particular. The new leadership in the two schools within a very short time of their coming hit the ground running, thus justifying the merit and the confidence reposed in them. Hopefully, they will not rest on their hearts. As I round up, please permit me once again to register our sincere gratitude and appreciation to the leadership and members of St. Strides and key projects, innovations, maintenance, and support, both physical and non-physical. We hold your dedication and selfless service in high esteem. Once again, I welcome you all, and I wish all of us a rewarding engagement in this meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the National President. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the operation is too low for the National President. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate you so much. The National Secretary, it's your turn, sir, to give us the minute of last article. I'd like to hear from you, sir. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before I read the minutes for the last AGM, I want to tender, on behalf of the Secretariat, we'd like to tender our contrite apology. We have some circumstances that were beyond our control. For the minutes to be an abridged one. Looking through it, we were faced with some challenges, so that is why we are presenting an abridged minutes. So the due of our apology will be taken. So I read minutes of the 2023 annual general meeting of Egba Comprehensive High School Old Students Association held on the 28th January 2020. The prayer was offered at 11:50 a.m. Recitation of anthems. The National Secretary led the recitation. On the attendance, the attendance should be 2, the physical ones and the virtual ones. Part of the challenges that we had, we could not lay our hands on the physical attendance, but we have the online ones. We could retrieve that from the cloud, so we're only able to provide the online attendees, and the names are as presented. The welcome address. The national president gave a brief welcome address in which members were appreciated for the wonderful support the administration has been enjoying. Adoption of the minutes of the 2022 AGM. The National Secretary read the minutes, comments were received, and thereafter the minute was adopted. Dissolution of the executive. The motion to dissolve the ECHSOSA was moved and subsequently adopted. Election of the new national ECHSOSA. This session was chaired by Chief Taiwo Shobande, while the electoral committee was headed by Dr. Sunday Oke. Declaration of results. The chairman of the electoral committee read out the result to members, and he declared the following as winners. Mr. Olufemi Adegboyega Pokuola as the national president, Mr. Akim Ekundayo as the national vice president, Dr. Nuruddin Olanrewaju Sonyaolu as the general secretary, Mr. John Olasheni Adekule as the assistant national secretary, Mr. Idowu Opaleye as the national treasurer, Mrs. Mulika Daudu Adejumo as the financial secretary, Mr. Olalekan Anthony Ewusho as the welfare secretary, Mrs. Fumilayo Olubunmi Shokunbi as the social secretary, and Mr. Wahid Ogunjobi as the national publicity secretary. This program was coordinated by Barrister Olatoye Olufumi, the national legal advisor. Presidential acceptance. Chief Olufemi Adegboyega Pokuola gave his acceptance speech. In his speech, he appointed Dr. Lukman Adedoyin Adebayo as the special advisor to the office of the national president, and he reappointed Barrister Olufumi Olatoye and Dr. Olalekan Akinriola as the legal advisor and the national auditor, respectively. The adjournment, Chief Oteshile moved the motion, and Pastor Idowu Opaleye seconded the motion. The prayer was offered by Engineer Abubakar Abari by 3:46 p.m. Signed. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon once again. I would like to inform everyone that this program has been posted on our various platforms. So we can see it on the national platform, the social platform, and the NEC. So everything is there. So we are trying to economize so that we ration the hard copies. So I would like to read the reports of the National ECHSOSA. Before I read, I want to, I personally want to appreciate my national president. Permit me to say this proverb. Wọ́n ní tí eégún bá jóore, orí aya atọ́kùn. Téégún ẹni bá ń jó ẹni, orí aya atọ́kùn kó tó ṣe bí òwe. My national president has always been kicking the ground running. He's a man of to openly appreciate him. And what I enjoy most working with him is that he's a beautiful writer. My national president writes and speaks well. So I want to appreciate you for this, sir. So thank you, sir. Now I read the report of the activities of the National Executive of Egba Comprehensive High School Post Students Association, presented at the 2024 Annual General Meeting held on 18th January 2025 at the school premises. So the report is divided into two parts. So part A is on the school matters. So 1.0, retirement and replacement of principals. Page 29. So we can see, I'm reading from page 29. So we can check both the hard copies and the soft copy online. Page 29. Page 29. Page 29. Okay. Okay. The retirement and replacement of principals. The National Executive was present at the retirement programs of the school principals, Mrs. Khadijat Abiodun Lashabi for the junior school on Wednesday, 24th April 2024, and Mr. Sadiku Jubril Adetokunbo for the senior school on September 14, 2024. The National Executive presented plaques for the retirees. The two retired principals were replaced by Mrs. Olubimpe Olasunbo Akinbile, ECHSOSA 1986 set, and Mr. Olujimi Akinloton, a non-ECHSOSA member, for the junior and secondary sections of the school, respectively. Mr. Akinloton is a non-O student, but was picked on merit based on his commendable track records and antecedents at his former school. We hope the two principals will justify the trust and confidence reposed on them. Roman figure 2, scholarship scheme. Special appreciation to Elder Okudero, the CEO of Primus Limited, on the payment of wild fees in honor of the late National President, Engineer Lanre Bisiriyu. 4 students benefited from the scholarship scheme in 2024. Arrangement is also ongoing to select another set of beneficiaries in the senior school by a member of the Lotus 79 set in diaspora as at the time of filing this report. Roman figure 3. Cash gift to some ECHS students. ECHSOSA National made a cash donation of 25,000 naira each, presented to 2 sets of students that made the school proud at the recent Lishabi football competition in Egba block and Future Innovation Science Exhibition Program organized by the Ogun State government in conjunction with Nigeria Communication Council. Roman figure 4, entrance examination. Screening test for the fresh intakes into JSS1 for the 2024-25 academic session was conducted in the school on Saturday, 3rd August 2024. Roman figure 5, prize giving day. On the occasion of the 2023-2024 valedictory services of the school held on 22/7/2024 for the junior school and 24/7/2024 for the senior school, students with outstanding performance were presented with gifts. The prizes donated and the donors were 1. ECHSOSA National, prizes for the best male and female teachers from both schools. 2. Mr. Kushima for mathematics for students running from JSS1 to JSS3. Number 3, Mr. Femi Kukola, the national president. He honored students with the best performance in literature in English from SS1 to SS3. The number 4, Dr. Nuruddin Soya, national secretary. He presented a gift for basic science student, the best student in basic science, GSS1. Number 5, ECHSOSA 2000 Millennium Set. That is the Assistant National Secretary set. The set provided gifts for the best student in mathematics and English from GSS1 to GSS3. They also provided gifts for the same set of students for the same subjects, SS1 to SS3. Best male and female staff in both junior and senior school were equally awarded with gifts. The donation by ECHSOSA leadership to 2 members of staff each were meant to motivate and encourage our school staff in their duties with a promise to sustain the initiative. Roman figure 6, hostel restoration project. The general price increase in the country made it difficult to use the available statutory fee paid to adequately cater for our orders. The ESCO had no choice than to once again solicit for support from our untiring benefactors. This deliberate attempt to rescue our body from being killed at infancy paid off with the tremendous responses from our several benefactors who sent in their contribution in cash and kind, which bailed us out of the situation for us to survive till the end of the academic individuals, groups, and sets for their huge contribution in the last 1 year. Our first year in recent restoration of our boarding facilities. The benefactors were 1. Anonymous donation of 200,000 from a member of the 1982 set. 2. Mr. Adamson Ahmed, the chairman of Arise 1, donated 20,000 naira. 3. The amicable, the 1985 set, they donated foodstuff. Mr. Femi Akilamu, a member of the Arise 81. A member of the Arise 81. A member of the Arise 81 donated Mr. Femi Akilamu, a member of the Arise 81 donated foodstuff. Number 5, the national president, the vice president and treasurer, they donated various food items. Number 6, Elder Bajulaye and Mrs. Adekule of 1971 cents donated food items. Mr. Tomisi, the housemaster, donated 10,000 naira. All the items stated above were received by the school hostel committee and money paid into hostel account. While appreciating our sponsors for their magnanimous gestures, we hope and pray the parents who will sustain the payment of their children hostel accommodation in the days ahead. As at the end of the first term of the current academic year, 19 students were in the hostel. Roman figure 7, appreciation to the hostel sponsors. First term, 1980 sets, 6 students were sponsored. Mrs. Adeneye, the former financial secretary and a member of the 1979 set, sponsored 1 student. Mr. Femi Akilaon, a member of the 1981 set, sponsored 3 students. And engineer Anu Obadino, a member of the 1995 set, sponsored 1 student. In the second term, Arise 81 set sponsored 2 students. The UGJ Foundation, driven by Mr. John Akintola of 81 set, sponsored 10 students. ECHS Muslim Community sponsored 1 student. Mr. Obadino of 1995 set sponsored 3 students in the hostel. In addition, 10 students were sponsored by their parents resident in Abeokuta, and this is a good omen. Appreciation to ECHSOSA members who have been coming to the hostel to teach the students. Mr. Adekule, the Assistant National Secretary, is seated to my left. He has been teaching the students. Dr. Soyalu, the National Secretary, he has been teaching. Mr. Akonwo, a member of the 2012 too, he has been teaching the hostel students. So that is all on the school matters. So let's go to ECHSOSA matter. Number 1, school properties. There is an ongoing plan by the executive to revisit the matters on the recovery of the shopping complex along Abiola Road belonging to the school under certain circumstances and have been taken over by an individual. Roman figure 2. The school business interests and properties on Abiola Way. The National EXCO had communicated the agent in charge. 2024 correspondence would henceforth be between the agent and ECHSOSA as against the school authorities. Roman figure 3, review of the Constitution. The approval to begin review process of our Constitution by the General Meeting has been granted and committee constituted. The headship of the review committee would be under Mr. Ekundayo Akin, the National Vice President, with the National Legal Advisor as the consultant. Other members of the committee were Dr. Adebayo Lukman, of the 1997 set, Mr. Adekule John of 2000 set, Chief Akin Okudero of the 1977 set, and Barrister Mrs. Abimbola Oloyede, also of the 1997 set. We solemnly appeal to members to respond when called for review is thrown open. Roman figure 4. Going forward in the year 2025. The National Executive is proposing putting together a national reunion and full renovation of the alumni building, which would serve to commemorate the national reunion to hold around October to December 2025. The 2 activities call for total support, collaboration, and involvement of all sets and individuals to achieve its desired results. Roman figure 5, renovation of the school frontage. It was generally agreed that all sets must contribute in the proposed renovation of the school frontage, as the project is gigantic and we must get it well this time around. The project committee has been saddled with the responsibility of coming up with a befitting model for the school frontage, in which all ECHSOSA sets must contribute in the renovation process. Roman figure 6, congratulatory visit to the newly appointed rector of Mapoli. On Tuesday, 17th December 2024, ECHSOSA representative paid a congratulatory visit to the new rector of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, who is an alumnus of ECHS, the person of architect Dr. Koyejo Babatunde Jolaosho. Is a member of the Arise 81 set. The delegation was led by the national president, Chief Femi Kukola, and accompanied with Elder Venerable Dayo Fafuwa of the 1974 set, a member of the BOT, and a retired former principal. Elder Sholanke of 1972 set was also part of the team. Mrs. Yomi Adene, a member of the 1979 set, was part of the team. She is equally a retired principal and the former financial secretary of the association. Mrs. Akimbili, the principal of the junior school, was there with the team. She is the principal of the junior school. Then Builder Sunday Additional, a member of the 2003 set, and is the secretary of the National Project Committee, and Mr. Waid Okujobi, the National Publicity Secretary. Roman figure 7, national meetings. The wave of economic meltdown made the ESCO to reduce the frequency of all national meetings. In the outgone year, a virtual general meeting was held on Saturday, 9th November 2024, while a physical NEC meeting was held on Saturday, 25th July 2024. Roman figure 8, national projects, interventions, and supports. A number of new projects that are very strategic were delivered by various sets in 2024. This includes installation of 8 units of outdoor security solar lights by 1972 sets, another 8 units by 1982 sets to mark their reunion activities. These have helped to bring more illumination to various parts of the school compound. Donation of 100 sets of chairs placed in the school hall by 1982 sets. All the chairs that we are seeing in the hall now is presented by 1982 sets. And another set of tables. Thank you. And another set of tables and chairs for the staff by the same sets. The set's vice chairman also carried out some renovation in some affected areas in the school. Donation of various interventions on student capacity building in form of talks, lectures, quiz, competitions, etc. were also impacted on our students by some sets in the year 2024. We shall continue to acknowledge a member of Lotus 79 who consistently offers voluntary science practical lessons to some students at his private laboratory around Ashiro axis. We are happy to report that the perennial challenges of non-availability of reliable and seamless access to drinking water to serve our hostel facility and the senior school as a whole has been finally solved with the sinking of the borehole. Our eternal gratitude goes to the brilliant 84 sets for the actualization of this brilliant feat and other sponsorship initiative they delivered. Without all these supports, contribution and intervention, we would not have been here today. ECHSOSA National will continue to synergize, collaborate, and interact with sets, individuals, and the school management in our collective desire to restore the old glory of our alma mater. The National High School with us is splendid AGM and a blessed year ahead. Signed by Mr. Olufemi Adegbeyega Popola, the National President, equally signed by the National Secretary. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, the National Secretary. Ayọ̀wá ọkùnrin tí ó bá ń sun rárá ọkùnrin akọ́ṣẹ́ ló ṣe ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ka tó pa àtẹwọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ sí National Secretary. You have some people there. So.
Distinguished elders, we have somebody online.
From our Zoom arrangement here, we have a message from one of us, Obadimu Omogbeminiyi. He sent in this. Please note that the 92 sets donated 5,000 naira each to the best students in mathematics and English in SS2 during the valedictory service. This was not captured in the report. The National President, you note that, please. Notice. Then, secondly, he said they kindly help reach out to our National Secretary for it. So, it's noted though, Obadimu Omogbeminiyi. Over to the National President.
Thank you. Let's we capture the 8 solar lights that you did recently and other things. Having said that, there are distinguished elders, esteemed members. I want to commend the Secretary for that report. I want to commend our set for the reports they gave. Last year, it was an improvement against. Last year, we received 13 reports from SET. This year, we received 24 reports. And we have the reports in the program, just on the program here, hard copy and soft copy. And a cursory look at those reports revealed that all the sets, almost all the sets, except one or two, that have not done something to impact, to increase, to impact positively in the school and the students generally. I want to appreciate the set leadership and members. Just a few weeks ago, as this report was being compiled, the set of the National Vice President, 1984 set, Brilliant 84, did something that was spectacular. It was mentioned in the report, but I need to emphasize it, to stress it. The issue of access to potable water, drinking water, has been given not only the senior school, but also the hostel facilities. We've done so many stopgap intervention. On Gata, Shiribe, Agbe, pump, powerful pump bells, bed, pipe, changing of pipe, all those things. Until when they came and gave us a brand new ball, and that put a stop to get that problem. Aside from that, I need also to stress that the senior school, the Secretary is not remind me that we should, at the same time, appreciate 1982 set, who started that ball or something, although it failed. They spent almost ₦1 million. It failed. So it was after then they went to renovate the painting of the senior school. So we should also appreciate them. So many sites, capacity building that are captured in the reports from those sets. Please endeavor to spare some time at our leisure time hours to go through all those set reports. You will see that Egba Comprehensive High School is really striving for the best. But of note, because I mentioned that our 2 principals have hit the ground running. I need to say this before we move forward. Mr. Old soldier, she knows the she has been doing it, she has been able to sustain achievement, standard from, and later Mrs. This week, Monday, Tuesday, and what I saw, the session would just like it. In the 70s and 80s, at least, full student population 30, 35. That is what is now being replicated into junior school now. So Mr. Kebele, we thank you for that. And also, when she came, she was able to standardize many things, she was able to right some wrongs in the hostel management. She told me, owó ò ní lọ gba owó lọ́wọ́ anybody mọ́, lẹ́yìn tí àwọn hostel bá ti sponsor ọmọ, kó tún máa go cap in hand, ohun tó ń bá rí, mo fi máa bọ́ àwọn ọmọ, ó lè ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀, so thank you very much. Then the senior school principal, you know what surprised me? Like I told you, is a non-old student. When they came, I had a meeting with them, the secretary. I told them where we are coming from, where we are, and moving forward. Although I briefed them, but surprisingly, something that has been giving us a problem. Specifically, there's one toilet down there near the principal's quarter down there that was given to us by Yawamosu those years. Since the past 2-3 years, that toilet has been out of use, completely out of use. Water link from the well nearby that goes to that toilet has broken down. Pipes broken down. The, what do you call it? It's like all out of use. So I pointed all those things away. And within a month or so, when they came, I saw people walking in that place. Who sent you? No, principal. I was watching. So after about 2 weeks after, they started the toilet started running. Something that has been moribund for 2-3 years. Running. I said, what? Then again, I seen that wasn't enough. On Thursday, I was here, Thursday or Wednesday, during the school period, around top period, I parked my car here, moving to the school kitchen to arrange all this menu for this and the rest, moving around. I saw something like a, third period. What is talking, third period? And I saw a loudspeaker and somewhere, electronic control from his office, third period, against the manual ringing of I was shocked. And I called the timekeeper. Come, when was this thing done? He said, just yesterday. Yesterday? Who? He said, principal. I didn't forget it. So the following day when I came yesterday, principal, I saw this. Only I bet you I won't find you. So I want to say thank you, principal. May God continue to replenish your strength, to strengthen you. Thank you. So we go to the next item. I think that is enough. That is all. That is all. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Respect. When are we going to
Tell everyone, sir, before we respond to that, sir, I've been reminded that we both adopted the minutes. Minutes of last week that was read. Do we have comments on the minutes? Comment, observation?
Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the high table, I want to commend those who have given this report, beginning with the chairman. And it will be typographic error on page 3. Page 3. Page 3, that should be paragraph 4. And the section of the current precisely on January 20th, 2024, of the continued restoration of alma mater. Alma mater is alma, then M-A-T-E-R, not M-A-T-A. The same mistake on page 32, twice. Page 32, twice. So that is the last line before the signatures. ECHSOSA National will continue to synergize, collaborate, and interact with sets, individuals, and the school management in our collective desire to restore the old glory of our alma mater. Apart from that, on page 31, that should be 4. The last line in paragraph 4. The last line. We solemnly appeal to members to respond when called, for review. Okay, when called, sorry. Call for review is thrown open, not open. Open, not opened. Thank you.
Any other comments?
Great ECHSOSA, Vice National President. In addition to what I've just said now, please, I would like the secretary, a lawyer or secretary, please, some names are omitted, including my own, because I was at the last meeting. Please, whenever you're doing the correction, try to make that be.
Another observation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I don't have any observation. What I want to say is that I think all this correction and all this thing is supposed to come in when we are in OBG. Is it my age? When we are in general OBG.
It's okay. Another observation.
My own observation is on page 3. Please, sir, your name and set, sir. Your name and set.
It's fine, look at it. 1994 set. The one that we hold the welcome address from the ECHSOSA National President. The date there, supposed to be 24 there. Then, on page 4 also, the minutes of the 2020 General Annual Meeting was held on 20 January 2024, not 23.
Thanks for the observations. Elder.
My name is My name. On page 30 on prize giving day, item 2 there, Mr. Kushimon. My name is not spelled with SH. It is Kushimo. Kushimo. I sponsored 2 subjects, both in the junior school and senior school. In the senior school, in SS2, is given an award. And best student in English in SS2. In years best student in mathematics is given a prize fund. Not only in mathematics and not only in junior school, both junior and senior school, and both English and mathematics.
Thanks so much, sir. You are highly appreciated for the observations.
Is there any other comment? Okay. Okay. Sir, what's the initial, sir? Okay. Femi. I'm sorry, Femi. Members or cutting out those errors. I didn't deliberate. To accept it. Subsequently, ECHSOSA, we appreciate you. As a media man, you can't close. I haven't done that, sir. Wow.
of the project committee respectively. And this has by Egba Legend Lions Club by the second quarter of this year 2025. And this club is the club of the project committee. By God's grace, so that the block of play classroom where the Egba Legend Lions Club is sponsoring that club as the signature project for 2024-2025 Lions year, and that club is that block is located the long block at the back of this building, and by God's grace, we start the application due course and will be presenting it to the school for commissioning by the second quarter of this year by God's grace. And the number 4 is production and installation of sustainable and energy efficient power supply with a CCTV camera to the hostel facility and the entire block. Number 5, production of the student classroom furniture. Number 6, construction of additional new blocks of classroom. Number 7, completion of and rehabilitation of the school main storage building. Number 8, procurement, supply, and installation of science laboratory equipment and furniture. Number 9, provision of computer equipment for the ICT related vocation and training to include about 40 numbers of PC systems with the complementary peripherals such as the internet, UPS, software packages, printer, scanner, and so on and so forth. Number 10 is the beautification and general illumination and maintenance of the entire school premises. Number 11 is the renovation and furnishing of the staff rooms. Number 12 is provision of the school bus. Number 13 is full renovation of the building marked to serve as the alumni building. This is long overdue. Number 14 is the erection of goalposts. Number 15 is revamping of the obsolete. The committee also wishes to inform that it has been pretty difficult to properly coordinate and regulate the implementation of most of the initiatives in this drive by set and individual. The committee oftentimes have to adopt and engage in catch-up approach in line of pace of the by not carrying out the project committee alone through the national secretariat and the school management from the stages of conception of ideas to its implementation. In doing so, this will also assist the committee at ensuring an organized approach towards regulated and sustainable development pattern as against the prevailing somewhat hunched approach. On this note, it is with great pleasure and honor that the entire members of the National Project Committee wish to express our appreciation to the National Executive Council, members, set, and the entire membership of the association for the opportunity given to us to serve in this capacity. Thank you all, and thank you. Leader Sunday Additional, MNL Mr. Builder for National Chairman Project Committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Leader Sunday Additional, thank you. You may have your seat. He has been on the neck of the National Air School, raising complaints every time about the, but there's little we can do about it. Most of the individuals are set. Whenever they want to execute projects, commission project or the execute project, they do it in their own way. Whereas we have standard practices of practice. Example, our school color is green and white. Some projects will be done painted in colors that are not compliant with our school color. Pink, red, all those. So we do tell them that I want to do the open what's been on here. Tell them some of not agree with us, especially our seniors. That they confront senior, then we see senior forever. We have some projects that did not has not followed those guidelines. We also every time we iterate that policy principle that they should contact not only the school authority, the ECHSOSA ESCO to key to the standard procedure, to the templates. Some of our members have said don't do this. So I want to take this opportunity to reinstate our instruction that procedure that they should please key into all those things. I mentioned to mention when they school around the Egba, let me be specific, school. When you get to that school, you see the uniformity of color. All the schools have their color, also be dated. So ours is green and white. Please, I am kind of deteriorating that. Now, in the list you mentioned, those lists are already captured in our general report and also the school report. Some are very, very, some are very, all are important, all are very, but some are very, very key. Let me go to first. Please permit me to do this. Number 8, procurement to page 28. Number 8, procurement, supply and installation of science laboratory equipment and furniture in the science laboratory. 1986 says we continue to appreciate them. Another inside and outside. Board of 60, this early 70s I know of. When I was in Form 3, 78, 79, the science laboratory that we had there. Go there now, that place is an eyesore. There's little the school can do and government too. So it now becomes on to do it. So we are appealing to that set, they are on it, but we are also appealing to members generally that is very important. Aside that, the place we call library very good to behold. Thank God some of our members have kind of done something to that place. But inside of the library, the library is direct board of contemporary books. We know these days our students don't read books, but then we should still endeavor to have some contemporary current books. And I want to use this opportunity to once again appeal to my senior, my elder Alabi, and trusted that people they are still and other concerned members too. That is that. Then our school gate. The school gate is no, you see from outside that will suggest what goes in. You see the biggest gate of this world, their belt and the rest. So the school gate, yes, we thank those sets that have done something there, but the guy school deserve more than that. So 1977 sets made the promise, made an attempt, but the attempt on everything they made was first infertility, so to speak. They wanted, but financial reasons, they couldn't. And no, and other sets too, not 279 also had that in their program. But they have sent words to me to use that's a map that should put it as a kind of synergy, a collaboration among and between members and different sets to collaborate, to join hands together and fashion out a befitting gate that will stand the test of time for our school. That is that. Then there's a building that has been marked as alumni block, alumni office that was marked by our late president, the one of those cannot stand as an ocean. It's one of the our cardinal on ground that want to start executing. One of those buildings, project is the school gate and that alumni block, a full innovation that will have furniture, ICT, generator, water system. Thank God we have water, linked into the school. So that is that. Then again, I must say this now again. 2 years ago, we plan to have Founders Day 70, 70 Founders Day for some reasons beyond our control. Some key reasons we couldn't do it. So now expecting to have 75th Founders Day. The EXCO now. General meeting, net meeting, what can we do to bring people from all walks of life, both in the diaspora and within the country together? So now, okay, talk of a national reunion, a reunion that can be done between now and when we clock 75 birthday anniversary of the school, Founders Day anniversary. So we are also planning to have that national reunion this year, God willing. But all these things cannot be done without your support and your cooperation and your approval. So that is that. And of course, our constitution. Okay, let me say it so that when we get there, we not to repeat ourselves. It has been ongoing in the past 2-3 years to review our constitution because there are the complaints, series of complaints regarding some contentious issues, regarding some areas the constitution that could not stand test of time. Yes, we must appreciate those people who thought it wise to do that constitution from our Baba here, but you not agree with me that change is constant. So there's some areas, e.g., the area of dues, set due and individual dues needs to be re-examined again because some people feel that it's a kind of a double or multiple taxation. When members, you and I, belong to set, we pay our annual due, we pay project levy, projects that are delivered to ECHSOSA national levy, and you are not being asked, we are not being asked to pay individual due, aside from the set annual due. So some people are of the opinion that we should the view that there have been criticism against us. So these are the things we want to look at in the question, and there's so many key areas. So I'm going to inform us that starting from the next few days or a month, we will initiate action to start all the review of the question, and we will give the soft copy to us, set and members, to sit down and look at those areas holistically and give the committee our thoughts, our memorandum of the areas we need to adjust. Some people are also of the opinion that SET should sponsor candidates for national election, not individual coming up. I want to be president, I want to be secretary, I want to be all these things. That SET should take it as a responsibility to sponsor qualified, credible, committed people to represent them, to fight for position at the social level, so that SET will be able to kind of control, monitor their performance. So all those things need to be examined. So on that note, let me stop here and go to the next item. Thank you. Okay, online contribution. MC.
Thank you, Mr. National President. Do we have some of our members online? Comments, observations from them? Our Zoom man? Our members, you have to unmute your this thing there so that we'll be able to hear you loud and clear from there. I'm seeing Obademo, Mogbemi, Ayotunde, Samuel, Kolawole, Fumilayo, Ade, Ailamo, Roof, and the rest. Unmute your facility there so that we'll be able to pick you here.
Let them talk.
So while we are doing that, I would like to appreciate and recognize the presence of, in our midst, the National Vice President in the person of Mr. Akim Ekundayo, my elder Akim Ekundayo, Chairman, Constitution Review Committee. We appreciate your presence and happy belated birthday. We are going to unwind and dine after the whole thing, sir. Thanks so much. Who do we have there? Olusoji Onile. Unmute, please.
Good afternoon.
We're hearing you.
Yes,
We're hearing you.
Yes, my name is Oji Onile. Only call ourselves. Yeah, my borders around the coordinating national association. Actually, the little now, most of it is actually channel to the boarding school. And they actually subscribe to it. But a little bit about
Sorry, Olusoji Onile.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you send this as a chat, please? You can just text it and send it. Because they were having some technical issues there. We are not hearing you clearly. It's breaking.
All right.
So kindly send it as a text. Then we'll read it out for members to get your observation. Then any other person there? Every other person. So members, you can kindly just send in your observations and comments so that we'll read it out for members to hear. Thank you. We're having one from Mr. Akin here. Apologies to the National President, the National School, and the entire members for my absence. I'm out of town on a trip. Thanks so much. So we wish you Johnny Mercy. I think we've read this before. Obademo, Who else? There is one. We don't have any name here. So none for now. So, observation.
My national president, the elders in the house, the executive, my seniors, mates, and juniors. My own name is Rotimi A. Olawayi of 1997 set chairman, but I'm not standing on behalf of 97 set now. During the report of the project committee, and on your own reaction, which I quite agree upon, that is to have a template in our design for the school. But now, when an organization or NGO is coming, in which they have their own color or trademark that they wanted to exhibit, can we allow them? Where am I driving to? He said Lions Club and Club. He happens to be my president, and I happens to be the project director. So Lions Club, we have our own color. Can we be allowed to make use of our color? And our color, if you go to General Hospital, Children's Ward, that is our project for last year. So we have our color, which is always blue and yellow. And we will love to exhibit it here as well. So we just appeal for your approval. Thank you, sir.
All right, Engineer Barry, speak.
Standing on existing protocol, I think we should let the project committee look. But I also know that Lions Club, which is the other club, we can put your, I'm not answering your question, you can put your colors by billboard against the project that you initiated. So that it's not that you are going to have different colors flying around that time. When I came in, I went around the campus, and I don't like the colors that we are seeing. So we will want to maintain our colors. Short of the fact that we don't have colors, we have just turned around the colors that have been put there now. But going on from here, I would like to advise that the principals particularly, because an abade can just come into the campus and say, I want to donate, I want to develop this classroom. The principals will have the list of the projects that is concerning them. They are the one that is in front end of the school activities, where they need more needs. And then tell Mr. Abade or Mr. Alabi to say, this is the next project we would like to address. Rather than Mr. Abade coming up to say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Two, there are some of us who want to do something, but our set cannot finance it. There are some of the old buildings, our hostel A, hostel B, that is so massive. Why can't we have two sets or two branches or two clubs merging together like you are suggesting for the gatehouse now? So that at the end of the day, we are going to have a plaque there to say, this project was financed by A, B, C, D sets. So that way we will have some decorum in the project implementation. I wanted to ask, what is this block of building that is going on there? The principal just stepped out to, but the people that will drive the project implementation and coordination for the project committee to be active very well is for the principals to make sure we have a list of projects that are very close to their mind, to their hearts, and want us to address. And so when I come in with a different idea, we should be able to discuss whether we can take up the other project. But for the colors, let us make sure that we go back and maintain our green and white colors in all our buildings. Thank you.
Observation. All right. I'll come to you.
Thank you very much. The national president and my elders on the high table, especially my senior engineer Abari. I want to call our attention to the fact that Egba High School as a school is a little bit limited. Limited if you compare us with schools like ECHSOSA. like Abeokuta Grammar School, like ECHSOSA. These are schools like African Church Grammar School. These are schools that have been in existence for quite a while. In fact, I think we are older than African Church Grammar School because they are celebrating their 7th year this year. They are celebrating their 7th year. So the point I'm making is that in these schools, you have a group of old students who have attracted projects from far and near by virtue of the fact that they were all students of that school. People like Obasanjo, for instance. If you go to BBHS, you will find this National Telecommunications something there. Their logo is beside their project. If you go to BBHS, Abeokuta Grammar School, you will find things like that. People like Baba Alake, who was a student there, by virtue of his position, had, attracted attention, encouraging his friends, both locally and in the diaspora, to contribute. Some of these contributors are agents, are groups who have put their logo. I don't say anything wrong in agencies coming in to do what individuals like us cannot do and putting their project there, their color there. There's nothing wrong. It is that project that you have made. You don't use your colors around the school. Everybody knows the color of the school. So if you have giving us a hall, nothing stops you from putting your color on that, the name of your agency in your color on that project. But I'm coming, sir. But in terms of the color they will paint the hall, for instance, the school principal can insist that, look, we want the school color. The school has its own color, but we allow you to put your logo. There's nothing wrong in putting your logo. There's a difference between logo and color. So that's the point I'm making. You will discover that all these agencies will give us projects, big, fantastic projects that we cannot handle ourselves in view of the financial implications. So that's my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. The principal.
Thank you. My elders, brothers and sisters, let me do a shout out to my senior year, 1971. When they were going out, he had a board right there. He used to have a sketch, like a cartoon all the time. And when he was leaving, I went to him that I want to carry on. He gave me the go ahead that I could, while I could follow up with jokes, I couldn't make up with the sketches. So I bow to you, Martin. I think there is information gap. And the way to fill it is probably to have every set has a project coordinator. Because what is going on is probably most of these people do not know that the school had a power. So I will appeal that we have a point of contact from all sets. I don't know whichever you want to do it, whether you want to expand the project committee or you just have a point of it. We cannot have all different colors flying everywhere. We have to have a uniform color, and two people have already said, they can have their logo, they can have their banner, but we have to maintain our color. And I'm sure Senior Abari will know that Egba school was not always have green and white. We probably, for example, this building used to be blue and white. And our school van used to be blue and white. And when I came to school, we were kind of wearing coffee color. Our seniors were wearing coffee color. But anyway, as it is now, we have adopted the green and white, and we stay with it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm standing on the existing name. Aladija Mabini is my name, 1890 chairman. As much as I would appreciate us having a color, green and white, that notwithstanding, I wouldn't want us to be rigid on it. Because a brand, just like you mentioned, somebody mentioned a club. A club might say, okay, I want to do this. And what I'm doing is selling myself to, or selling our product to, in your school. Now, if we are rigid on that, they might end up going to another school, and before you know it, they start telling themselves, don't go to a guy's school. They will not allow you to use your color. Don't go to a class, they will not allow you to do it your own way. Yes, we can talk to them. This is our color. But when they insist, some people might, some companies, some individuals, might want to like, okay, fine, if this is your color, I'll use your color, I'll use my logo to, that kind of a thing. If they agree with us, no problem. But if they refuse to use our color, I think we shouldn't be rigid, so that we won't lose or miss some privileges and opportunities. Thank you.
Standing on the existing protocol, Honorable, 81 cents. I will not repeat what has been said earlier by the early speakers, but I'm not doubting the competency of the project committee, since it's being led by architect Koyi Jolosho, 81 seats. I believe they are up to the task. But in as much we want a standard, and we believe in standard, what I also should have been done is that for every set, there is a project coordinator. They ought to have, somebody has mentioned it, that they ought to have carried them along. 1, 2, they should prepare a sort of document, a sort of paper that can be a guideline given to all states, so that if anybody should go beyond that means it's an intentional. We are limiting ourselves to color. Color is not the only thing that entails in a project. It involves a lot of things. Standard, something that can stand the test of time. So the project committee, I believe in their competence, is being led by 81 cents. I want to repeat that. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Standing on the existing protocol, I greet everybody. My name is Olubode Benga, 8890 cents. I just want to chip in a little on the matter on ground, and that is concerning color. I think when it comes to the set executing projects in the school, we can insist on our color. But there are times that members of the alumni may decide to bring in influence projects from organizations that are very, very particular about their brand. I don't think we should discourage such. We can insist when it is our members executing projects, but when outside organizations are coming in, the sincere truth is we need as many projects as we can have, so we cannot afford to discourage anybody on that. That's the first point. The second observation. Thank God for this meeting today. I just got to realize that so many of our associations are interested in that particular area. Funny enough, our set, we were deliberating on doing something about that outside. We were thinking about it that, okay, this should be the next thing. And I came to realize that we have about 3 or 4 sets interested. It's a mega project. If you want to do it at all, you should do it well. But considering that, I really want to know, where does it stop? Is it just the gate? I think it goes beyond the gate, because we have an expanse from the end here to the motor park over there. Some people are taking, they are taking residence. Some are doing some things around that place. But Egba is not just about the gate. It is something that we can harness, and it will drive more students coming to this place. If we can manage that entire frontage properly. So I just want the project committee to consider it from this end to the, and probably it's just landscaping, most of it. Landscaping and maintaining a well-nurtured grass along the line. Thank you so much.
I want to say good afternoon to the elders at the table and all the men and distinguished men and ladies here present. Please, in the world of diplomacy, there is always need for us to shift ground, and it's wisdom. I want to counsel us to please recognize the value of the branch. The branch. Even Nigeria International has a branch, and always call Nigerians, always promote Nigeria wherever they are. So in the respect of the issue of projects, I want to advise that we should not be too rigid. This is wisdom. I have been to Ishaq Grammar School. I've been to PBHS. I was formally invited when I was state director of Egba. So I was there when they did the centenary celebration. I was able to go around with some others. But what I want to say therefore is that we can allow the organizations to come and do projects here and even branch their calling. Let's give it to them. But when it comes to in-house, any of us, let us maintain our national calling. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Bafola is my name. 88 cents. Well, let me appreciate the president and the National School for the good job they've been doing. I want to raise an alarm concerning the donation we've made last. I think we donated drugs to the school there during our own AGM. We mark part of activity for last year. It was surprising that the school, after giving the school the drug, we learned the drug wasn't being utilized by the students. So I think the reason behind that was that maybe because of government restriction policy regarding that. We should be careful in scaring away those that want to assist the school. Even those that are not good students of the school interested in doing certain projects. Or if there are restrictions regarding colors, so I'm sorry to divert back. Let these people come in first. Let's see what you're going to do. We started mentioning our policy. We started having a policy that for you to have a project, you must be right and ready. I may not come again. I may not be interested in bringing down projects.
So I want the national school to be careful in giving condition to, most especially the NGO, coming to our aid in doing the job we are willing to do. Lastly, I think the project coordinators need to be guided. There are things we can do that can sensitize people to do more of the projects. We should have project categorization. Let's say Egba School Community Service projects. There are some projects that need urgent attention that cannot just, even just 100,000. Plus just an individual can do. I would just advise that the project committee that we have should have a sketch of important projects. We can place it even around this just somewhere that people can see that, okay, painting of, look at this classroom I'm saying here, that's the color when I was in school. It is not white and green. I can see it's white and black. So this one is yellow. We have never, this issue of color, I think you should know it, I've not seen it, something that we should be talking of there. But we are talking of important projects. I want the ECHSOSA to just have the committee to have a sketch, just like architectural drawing. That this year, 2025, painting of, building A to R. Repair a toilet with two toilets or whatever, borehole and whatever. Let it be sketched and be placed outside there. I can come to school just to I can be visiting school for the first time, and I can see that these are the projects needed. Oh, I think I will take project B. Saying that, I will know who to contact. So please, I'm sorry to talk at length, but I think we need to have a project direction so that whoever is interested in embarking on a project will just look at the plans and pick whichever he or she would like to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate it. I think we have some shots there, right? So saying this, Olu Soji Onile left. No. What's the name? Ailamo Roof. Akin, yes. He said, I sent in my apology earlier on the cyber name Akin. I'm Akinbo Ajasa of Excellent 86. You got that? Then Adeolu online comment. What is the issue with the people using their color to paint projects in the school? And how is that consequential? I would rather we don't major in minor and minor in majors. Now we have spent almost an hour discussing this, and I'm struggling, and I struggle with the value added or something. Okay? If the renovation is being done by sets, I understand we can follow the school color, but if it is external, the best we can do is to advise our color, and if the donor insists, we will have only two choices: piss them off and lose the privilege, or accept their offer. If this issue is triggered by the recent renovation by Brilliant 84 sets, please note that we use the same ETF color we met on the building and didn't introduce any new color. Thanks. From our Akola Brilliant 84 set, Chairman. Which other ones? So, my national president, sir. Let me quickly recognize Mr. Okotayo. We have been in our midst, is one of our pillars. We appreciate, this is last time we have done that. Mr. Okotayo, we appreciate your presence here. We have Asoro. We have you here. Asoro. Where are you? I want to believe you fly all this on your platforms too, please. Let everybody see us. So, okay. So we appreciate you. Help us keep it flying. ECHSOSA to the world. So then I want to appreciate my brother here, Galaxy of 98 set. I appreciate you. Mr. Honorable Adekombi, I recognize you too. And members of the 85 set. Mayeda, we appreciate you, sir. So the president will go straight to the business of the day.
Excuse me, before then, please let Mr. the 84 set man, Are, that said maybe it was their project that instigated. No, it wasn't. We were only looking at having uniformity. And I think that has been addressed. To take them or lose them. So God will help us. Then again, no, we won't lose them. We won't lose anyone. Yes, we have them. We find a way. Wisdom. About said wisdom, about said follow something better. But we'll have a way. Our elders will lead us the way forward. So that we won't lose anything. And we won't lose color riots. Then somebody mentioned drug that was donated and that were not put into use. Let me say this quickly. I wasn't aware of that. If I was aware, there are problems, and I will tell you the problems now. Maybe the principal might also have something to add. Yes. 1989 or 88 sets that did clinic building. 1997 sets. Brand new school clinic. Fantastic. They even gave us, haven't delivered the clinic, the structure. They even gave us money to complete. And I said, no. You have done enough completion. The 100K you are giving us, we are going to use that 100K to furnish that place with at least basic drugs for our students, which we did. We called two of our members here, a serving nurse and a child nurse. They went to the market and delivered those drugs, basic drugs, everything. We called the nurse that time. The school had a nurse there, paid by government. So she was stationed there. So the place was put into use. Unfortunately, and quite unfortunately, government arrangements came up. Government withdrew all nurses from public schools. We raised that, okay, Commissioner of Education, we had a platform, alumni platform. I'm an active member. I even put a personal lecture complaint to the other Commissioner of Education that what about schools with hostel? We have hostel, students in the hostel, suppose they have problems in the night, ask master, ask mistress, they are there, and there's no nurse around, even during the school hours. It's managed, what they are being, it's from the Ministry of Health, all those things. So the point is that when the people were withdrawn, the nurses were withdrawn, there was nothing we could do about it. I personally suggested that we should hire this nurse. I want to mention this local auxiliary. And the entire principal called me that, oh, don't do it, it's very risky. I wasn't thinking along that line, that if anything goes wrong, we'll be in trouble. And so, but the principal then promised that they will use a member of staff that read physical and health education. They have this basic knowledge of, giving paracetamol, iodine, all those things. So I don't know if that is being done. So we are very sorry about that. It's not deliberate, it's not our effort. That's for that.
Good afternoon once again. Just to quickly respond, we want to appreciate the gifts of the drugs. But we know we have a situation in the school, if you don't have qualified nurses, the school cannot administer drugs. When the clinic was in place where we have nurses, the nurses can use the drugs. But for now, we can only give first aid, iodine, spirits, things like that, bandages. So I think maybe that is the reason why those drugs were not really used. But we appreciate the donation and we still look forward to more. Thank you very much, sir.
MC. What they will show? Mission in action. Where you be now?
Thank you. To respond to what the principal just said now, are we now saying set of individuals should stop donating or giving drugs to school? because if you can't administer it, that explains eventually to get expired. But the ones we brought last year, despite it was accepted, with this information, and that means it has never been used, and with time to get expired. So, are we saying set of individuals should stop giving or donating drugs, since we don't have a qualified nurse in the school? Thank you.
We have some of us who are members of the government or in the civil service that can give some influence. The fact of the matter is that the principals cannot administer drugs if they are not medically qualified to do it. So to answer your question straight, no, let us stop donating drugs. But that does not stop the problem. When I was in this school, there is a particular classmate of mine, I don't know whether you heard that story. Today, when I meet Benga, I'm not meeting your Benga, I will call him Eju on the road. Why? He was sent out to go and take palm trees so that we can do it as sports for tent. And we all went to the bush and called the palm trees and all that. Only for us to be coming back, Benga was trailing behind. We did not know why. So we left him, luckily on the Lagos Abeokuta Ibadan road. Now realize that Benga had been bitten by the snake. Luckily for him and for us, for the school, somebody was driving down and saw him wanting to collapse on the floor. We took him straight to General Hospital Jai, and now came back to the school to say one of your students is in that place. That is how he got his nickname, Ejo. Now, and there are snakes all over this place. If peradventure something happened like that, and what I'm driving at is that a lot of us are retired family secretaries. A lot of us are already in service. Can we prevail on government to either allow us to employ nurses, just as we have employed security guards, or the supply nurses? There are nurses graduating from school that are sending them to local government offices. Instead of sitting there in local government offices, they can come and sit down in our schools and then be able to utilize the drugs that we want to give. But for now, the answer is let us stop donating drugs until we have that go ahead from the principal. Thank you.
All right.
From there.
Standing on the existing protocol, I will use this opportunity to say thanks to everybody. I'm the retired principal, and I'm saying thank you. I appreciate all your gift from the ECHSOSA and also the set from set 2, individual from set 2. I appreciate you all. On the issue of the health issue, I was the one who informed the national president that we should, when they withdraw all those nurses also are from the local government. But they say they did employ and they are short of. That is why they withdraw from all schools in Ogun State. They withdraw them. But what I advise the national, we have drugs that are being donated by some sects, that there are some teachers that they are physical on health issue. They are the ones that they normally go and attend to our health issue. Like if they want to give them, where they want to demote the students, these teachers are our representative, and we will send to the local government for that. Therefore, what we do is that, so far that there is no loss at the moment, these teachers will just use them to administer just first aid drugs. First aid drugs, not all drugs. And if you know that the thing is becoming serious, we will allow them to go to the hospital, which is very near to us here. But I will advise those people that are supplying the drugs, maybe for now, they can only supply the first aid drugs, like drugs for now. Maybe they should not supply any drugs again, because these drugs have expiring dates, and when they expire, it will not be useful again. But I want to advise the national. Can't we get our own nurses that we can pay for? If the national can help to get a nurse, at least a nurse that they can pay for, don't get auxiliary nurse. Auxiliary nurse is not a nurse, but the qualified nurse, if you can avoid it, or we can throw it open to our world, if individual can assist us. That is my own suggestion.
Still on it, sir. I'm Mr. Biobaku, 85 cents. I want to suggest, if you can copy what is happening from, to be precise, about the grammar school. They have a particular day. Tuesday, formally, it was on Monday, that some of the old students who are on medical doctor and nurses who are the old students, they normally come to the school in a particular day. I think they choose Monday sometimes, but I don't know the day they are now using now. They will come to school that particular day to attend to the students on related issue like this. If you can copy something like that. After all, we have some medical personnel among the students here. If and many others, we can copy something, and they have a particular day coming to school.
Thank you very much, sir. But in case of emergency.
Hello. Yeah, still on the same matter. You see, there are some situations that you may not be able to wait for a doctor to be around, especially cases like we have a hostel, and I think it should be compulsory when you have in a safe environment anyway. You have a hostel, you must have minimum of a clinic, a functional clinic. I don't know if they take medical reports of students before they get to school. The school that my board went to, coming to that school, you must have your medical report. There are some students that may be asthmatic. Now, what kind of first aid do you administer to that is allowed for a student that is asthmatic? Do you wait for a doctor to come on a Monday to attend to such? So, but why exactly will government say a school that has a hostel facility should not have an existing functional clinic? I think the problem is not just about advising people not to do it. There is something to really tackle, and that is why must schools not have hostel, functioning hostel? Thank you.
Any other commission?
I think the national should come up with the medical committee, and let's have the medical practitioners in that committee, and then find we can see what can do for us. Maybe 3 days in a week.
So what are
my chairman, this information my principal should be able to tell you that teachers are no more permitted to admit drug. That is one of the government now. Not even giving them paracetamol. What we are asked to do now is that when they see, call their parents to come and meet them. So it's the work of the national now to come up.
permit me to stand on the existing protocol. There's one thing we have to realize as a national body or as an organization. We have our limitations. As a stakeholder, there are certain steps that must be taken in conformity with the criminal standard. There is a law guiding admission of schools. We have no moral justification to employ a nurse on our own without the consent of the Teaching Service Commission and the Ministry of Education. I can say this authoritatively as a former principal. We have no moral justification to employ any health officer without the consent of the Ministry of Education and that of the Teaching Service Commission. That is by design. They are closely related. I am very much interested in the outcome of all these efforts we people are putting in place. The end must justify the means. I have to appreciate you all. You have done very well for this school. Being the flash school, we are moving. From something is still bothering me, and I'm going to put that question to the principal. Can we know presently the high education potential of Egba School as related to 2004 and 2003 single school examination? Before I proceed, thank you.
Very good, I have one. Okay.
The President and all our elders in the House, the pertinent question raised by Dr. Oke is for the principal of the school. But from our side, as both mayors of the school, we want to say that all has not been well, and the problems that accumulate to the present situation cannot be thrown directly on the laps of the school principals, of the teachers. Some fall on us too. I remember clearly that some of us, including the present Assistant Secretary of our association, volunteered to serve in the school. And the elders say we have to hit the nail on the head. Our fault is that the last principal did not cooperate with us. The last principal, sir, did not cooperate fully with us. And we should give it to him as the principal of the school to give us his plans. We came in to say we were ready and we were coming. But he said some teachers should cooperate with us in teaching, in giving extramural classes to the students. But he was not able to monitor the teachers that he gave to us. And you know, it's got to a point where it will be like intruding. It will be like we have come to intrude on the school, which he was the principal. So, and that's Mr. Akeloto, has prevented me from coming to you because I don't want the situation where what is the principal said I should come 7 o'clock, and I was ready to come 7 o'clock every morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the teachers who were supposed to cooperate with me, àwọn teacher ni lọ́dẹ̀ máa jẹ benefit ibẹ̀ nítorí pé kí ni àwọn ni àwọn ọmọ máa mọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ iléèwé àwọn adáàkọ́ tí wọ́n sì ń send the Christmas present sí wa, wọ́n sì wà títí di ìsìn. Even those who are far away, but teachers, they máa bá wa kó níjà ni. Tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ká wá àwa o. We sent fillers into the school. Out of 300 students that passed out from this school last session, about 5 of them had only 5 credits in WAEC. Sir, I think I'm correct. So our HEP for this last examination will be below 0%. Because the consideration for HEP is not only the number of credits, but the number of credits including English and mathematics. So, as a body, we are ready. I am ready to come Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to come and teach mathematics, which is my own subject area. But if the teachers are not ready, it will be like I'm jeopardizing my health, which will not be repeated. So HEP, Dr. Koke, HEP, I have had access to it. It is nothing to write home about. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Venerable Pafula, for this revelation, so to say. Okay.
Well, my name is John Abadi, 75 set. I have restrained myself from speaking for 2 reasons. One, I didn't want to repeat what other people have said because I don't want to waste time repeating what people have said. And I had 2 things in mind. My senior has referred to one of them, but I want to be more detailed. The academics, that is page 27, academics. That is what my senior refers to. I will not only blame the school, I will also say that the executive members of our association, when they got this report, if I were one of them, I would have gone back to the school principals to tell them to give me a more detailed analysis of the results. Saying that there is improvement is no information. What I expected to say in the last 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024, we presented social number of students for social number of subjects. X number had A, B, C, and so on. That is what can tell us whether there is improvement. Just say that there is improvement has no meaning. So we should ask the principals to go back in the next few days to do this analysis and give it to the president to post so that we will all be aware whether we are progressing. That is one. The second point I wanted to bring up during any other business, but I have to leave now. I'm going to Lagos. I came in yesterday to sleep over because of this meeting. That's what I do every time I have meetings. The second point is not particularly too relevant, is our Founders Day. I have mentioned it before. This school started as Egba Divisional Teacher Training College. And that is the day we have chosen as our Founders Day. I think it's wrong. The year this school came into existence should be the year Egba Junior High School was established, not the year the Teacher Training College was established. If UNA started at Egba Grammar School, you won't say UNA was established in the year Egba Grammar School was established. When the school was Egba Divisional Teachers Training College, it was not Egba High School. So we should review and establish that we are not yet 70 years old. The year of our establishment should be the year Egba High School was started. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir. Do we have?
Elders and fellow colleagues, please, let's need for us to allow the participants to respond. Even though we know that they are very new, we want them to give us their program of action based on the report we have now. Sir, the principals are very new, but they can give us their action plan now. You want to listen to them now. Let us see what they want to do to improve the status quo. Thank you very much.
I agree with you, but we should also have an analysis of the results for the past 3 years. Just for information. Then they cannot give us action plans for the next year.
Do we have online message? Is stop.
Distinguished
Come on, you can go ahead, sir. It's a Mrs. You can go ahead, ma'am. Akomola Adebola of 92 set. Go ahead, madam. We are listening, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to appreciate the president and all the members of the House who standing on the existing protocol. We know the health aspect of the students. And when the clinic was put in place, I give it to the president. The so many of the medication were provided, and the environment of the clinic. But to my surprise, there was never a health extension worker deployed from the local government, I think. So, what I'm going to say here is one, anything medication, like those people that handle the court, they are not licensed to administer drugs to anybody. The reason is because anything that's taken, there can be reaction. Even paracetamol can anybody can react to paracetamol. as simple as it is, it's a common thought, we all have it around, but anything that is taking in to reverse the effect may be difficult. And it may be fatal at times if care is not taken. So I want to employ the people in charge to be cautious and to apply caution to whatever they do. They should never administer drugs to anybody. But I just want to come in the area of one. Like they said, who has I still want to recommend that they write to the state, especially the Ministry of Education, as well as the Ministry of Health. If they can try for maybe a youth program, where many Muslims are using. If they can be given proper to work there, they will be able to do that. Or on the other hand, if they can work with the state, thank God for the Olikoye and some city hospitals that is located very close to the school. They can as well, they can work with them. Maybe those drugs, in order to prevent those drugs will be taken.
This is
And the right personnel will not get at the right.
we appreciate your.
Or let me say the client can as well be monitored.
We appreciate your contribution, and it's they are all well noted.
That's just my concern. But after the voluntary service, I'm available. I'm a trained nurse. I'm a chief nursing officer, and I'm still active in service. So whichever way I can come in, I will not mind.
We appreciate that.
To also support the school. My own. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Sade Bola Akamalafe. We'll be getting across to you through your set. We appreciate more of your contributions. They are all noted. According to her, she said we can apply for core members, nurse or qualified medical core members that can. Well noted, sir.
I know, ladies and gentlemen, before any other discussion, I am here for this meeting because I have a fear. So I have 2 fears, and that fears really down from my experience when I was managing the association. After the election, and this is the first general meeting, I was afraid the attendance would be poor. So I deliberately choose to make sure I come because I know what the executive is doing, and the new principals have done hitting the ground running. So I specifically come, but I'm very, very grateful to all of you who are here.
A round of applause, please.
Because
a round of applause.
The attendance today allayed that my fear. The first reason why I have that fear is that one, the cost of transportation is so high that people will be willing to go to the Zoom rather than coming for this meeting. But we are here now. Calling about more than 50 of us here.
Over 50, close to 60.
60 here, and that is a very big record. I have called a general meeting of the National Association in those days that I ended up taking half of what I brought home from the investment back home. But thank God today, I think the investment is not even enough. So I want to be grateful to every one of us that have taken the opportunity to come. I also want to express gratitude for those of us in the diaspora who are able to join us like us. But we have been discussing very, very serious issues, and that is what it should be. But that is not what it should be altogether, and that is why I want to drive this room. And that is the song item for the ECHSOSA. And I want to come down and ask us to please rise up and let us say, ECHSOSA yìí tí gbogbo wa ni, kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kájọ gbé. ECHSOSA yìí tí gbogbo wa ni, kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kájọ gbé. ECHSOSA.
Try for the best.
Try for the best.
ECHSOSA.
My appeal is that next meeting we call, let us try to be punctual. Some of us have been here from 10 o'clock. The meeting is supposed to start by 11. It don't start until after 12. So I would like to excuse myself from this meeting because I've been in Abeokuta since 10 minutes after 9. And you permit me to please take my leave. Please.
Baba,
please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. Let us listen to the principal for his response and his good will. Let's give the floor to the principal for his response and his good will message. Please sit down. We'll soon round up in the next 10 minutes by his grace.
Please have your seat.
Good afternoon.
Please sit down now.
Good morning, good afternoon once again. I want to appreciate the opportunity to respond to some of the comments. Our elders that raised the question of the HEP, I hope they are still around so that we can. Now, when you want to calculate the higher education potential, we have to take results from WAEC, the result sheet for all the students before we can do that. We just collected that from WAEC last week Monday. So we have not done the percentage calculation that our daddy said, Reverend Fafawa. But I'm sure from news that I've had that 1, 2, or 3 of them have gained admission to the university. Now, when we talk about exams, we have WAEC, we have NECO. So opportunities is available for the two for students to use any of the two of them. The WAEC results might not be too good, but the NECO is very good. So that you can also use. But one thing that is important is this, just like they have raised, what are we doing to make sure that this result is improving? Presently, the SS3 students, we are having prep for them every morning, past questions, doing things like that. The teachers volunteer. Nobody is paying them for that. They volunteer and they are becoming. So if Reverend Fafawa is still interested, we can inculcate and bring it into that system that we have already for the SS3 students to get them improving. Our daddy also, I understand, is in the area of library and all that, just that he has gone. Every school or where we have students to do well in exam, there must be the reading culture. Very important. If students do not read, then there's no way. So when we talk about the library, this last week, we just launched the Readers Club, the initiative of the state government in the flagship schools. We just launched it in this school. We have received some set of textbooks that students can use. The important thing is that for them to be able to read and their interest can develop in reading when we have storybooks. So our daddy, I just hope that you are waiting for the response. We want them to help us in the area of the library where we can have all manner of textbooks there and keep the library so that they can use it. Recently also for the SS3 students, we have started using projector to teach them. We have projector, internet connection, and we have sites that we can use in teaching them. But there's also needs that we have. Like the projector we are using in senior school, we are borrowing from the junior school. We can have, sets that can give us projector. We'll appreciate it. And we can also have sourcing for internet connection. These are things that, now, when we talk about library, it's good we have library. But these days, students have phones that we are encouraging them that they use these phones for their academics, not all this Facebooking and all that. Because when we want to talk about reading, searching on Google for any topic, we can see it. If they are serious enough, they can use all these materials and they can be successful at the end of the day. So working together, having them to be able to sit down and read, creating a reading culture, having books in the library, equipping it, having ICT equipment that we can use, projector and all that, just to encourage them. Something they see is better than something they are not just, seeing. The laboratory also, when we have equipment here, laboratory, then we can be so sure that, now when we say the system is improving, we have students, all the students that we have in senior school now, they write entrance exam to enter Egba Comprehensive High School. That is also another factor in their performance. But presently we have from junior school, we have students write entrance exam before they can. So if we have students writing entrance exam, by the time they get to senior school, right there, we can be so sure that the result will be far better than what we have now. So that's why we are saying things are improving. When we talk about legalism, all this, we can see that we don't have all those news again that, okay, these people are fighting and doing all that. So these are areas that we have been working on to make sure that students can sit down and face their academics. And these are the important things. So when we are able to come in projects that we have done, we appreciate it all, the classroom innovation, the borehole, but just as our daddy said there, he was talking about listing out projects or intervention that we need. If you go to page 27 and 28 of this report, it is there. The ones for the junior school, the ones for the senior school. So let us please look at these areas that we want to intervention, and please help us to meet some of these needs. And we can assure you that teachers are well motivated, the principals are ready to make sure. Now I love the slogan for Egba, as we say, striving for the best. We are striving for the best, and we will get to be the best. I can assure you, with the crop of principal teachers that we have in this place now, that the academics, all other areas of the school will keep on improving, and that we can assure you. All those projects that have been brought in, the maintenance and all that, we can assure you that those will be done. So please help us in these areas as we keep on improving, and we will get to be the best by the grace of God. So once again, I want to, on behalf of the principal of the junior school, members of staff, congratulate the ECHSOSA on this AGM. We pray that more of these good things that we have been doing in the school, we keep getting it, and the school will keep getting better. Our daddy talk about landscaping of the outside of the gate. It's something that we are collaborating and working upon, that we can have a befitting, beautiful space outside the school premises where we can all be proud of, and God will help us. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate the executives also. Our national president, he has always been around cooperating, and the secretary and everyone. We see people coming in, also then coming in one every now and then to give us suggestions on how to. We'll have an open door. We welcome every suggestion, and God will help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. On a final note, I want to plead with us that we should go home. That's why I said we should distribute the copies to everyone. Read this report. The reports there are loaded. All the questions you raised have been answered in this report. And I will say that, please, let us get your observations and comments from this report. Let us get your feedback to the ECHSOSA, hello one house. Hello one house. Let us get your feedback from this report to the ECHSOSA and to the school principals. God will help us. They have been doing many things. So many things you raised. Frontage education, result something, and the rest. And what the comments raised by our head, Venerable Kongwa, he has just hit the nail on the head. And I want to appreciate him for that. Anyway, I want to encourage. So it's not saying things that you should not say. So that is what happened, and that is exactly what we've been experiencing. But we'll still continue. Like the principal said, there are two exams, WAEC and NECO. Yes, WAEC was bad. The school just got that copy from WAEC just this week or so. I saw it too. Very bad. But NECO results
was better. And that is, that's an advantage of having two results. So I want to appreciate you. As a matter of fact, part of the students we had last session, especially in the hostel, are in the university now. And some of them, one or two of them are even asked for request for assistance in their course of studies, which we have done. So I only decided best not to put it in our record. So I want to thank you very much for coming. We thank all committee leadership, all committee members, all sets, like I mentioned before, all sets that have submitted their report. 23 sets submitted their report. That is a fantastic record. It has never been done before. So the improvement, the attendance we had today was amazing. We didn't expect it. So we thank you for the sacrifice, for the effort, for the impact, for the contribution, for your money, for your time, in cash, in kind, for your love, everything. Please, we can only do all these things planned with your support. If I say gate, if I say library, all those things, here about money support, I will share. So help us to strive Egba School for the best. So on this note, yes, thank you, Secretary. We sent out request for donation to have a successful AGM, and the response was amazing. Even up till yesterday, up till now, yes, it started with wine. Not only wine. I would have given you to alcohol. So, and all those things. So they gave us, thank you, hello, please. Let me state, the amount we expended on this AGM was less than what we got. What the people donated was more than our expenses. So it means that the national purse did not suffer any depletion. So we thank you. We cannot thank you enough. All our committee members, chairmen of committee, secretaries of committee, we will sit down and look at those committee reports. And by the time we have the next meeting, that's a next meeting, around April, May, June, we'll give you feedback on that. After the next meeting, we'll have another meeting, that's the general meeting, then another AGM meeting. So, having said that, I want to appreciate everybody, including this last IB. We had a quarrel 2 days ago on report. I said, give us report all those things. Yes, before I forget, we have ECHSOSA fabric, low green, our green gele, our green sash, and our green fila is 2K. What is sheep? Opening gele 5K, ipele 5K. That's your sorry. That's a problem. So that is that. So somebody is on a final note. Is that another thing again? Please. Yes, sir. Okay, 2K. The projector will be supplied to the school by Achievers 82 sets. So, 82 sets. Kibaku and thank you, all 82 sets. So, God will help you. See now, Bible says, ask, seek, and knock, and the doors shall be open. The door will open in Jesus' name.
As we are rounding up, motion for adjournment. By the push move the motion for adjournment of the meeting to the next.
Please, under the motion for adjournment, I just quickly need to raise this. Our report that was submitted, that's what you put there. you put invitation for our end of the year, not our report. Dr. Soyolu, please. That is 997. And then also, sir, please, under the uniformity, let's also work on our logo. I observe that we have 3 different of logos. Please, thank you.
Engineer Sunday Mugawa, on the 19th set, I support the motion.
Thanks so much. Hello, the national president. Before closing prayer, my national president, let me remind you something. My national president, sir, thank you very much for a successful hosting today. I know that we've achieved a lot. And then, thank you very, very much. Seven goes for you. Goza. And then, please, this your fight TP. When are we going to celebrate him properly? Because 60 years is not a joke. Let him tell us now. Because we want to go today.
Thank you very much. The closing prayer to be said by our amiable National Vice President, Mr. Akin Ekodayo.
Also, under the closing prayer, let me quickly respond to the question asked by my brother, Honorable Sheye Akinboye. 2025 is a year loaded of Thanksgiving for me and my family. Thank God we've just sailed through 60 years of age. In a few months, I will be 35 years in service. In another few months, it will be 25 years of marriage. So we can't be celebrating the first one while leaving the other 2 behind. So we'll definitely get back to you, sirs and ma'ams. Heavenly Lord, we thank you. We bless your holy name because today is actually a day that has been chosen. We thank you for the fulfillment of the day. Glory, honor, and adoration be unto you in the mighty name of Jesus. We thank you, we bless your name for all the dedications we've had. We give you all the glory and the honor and the adoration. Heavenly Lord, we've come to the conclusion of the 2024 AGM, and we are all going back to our different places. Many are traveling far and near. Heavenly Lord, we ask, O Lord, that you go before us, accompany us, and back us up in the mighty name of Jesus. We ask that we shall all get back safely in the precious name of Jesus. No evil will be recorded concerning any of us in the powerful name of Jesus. And when we gather next year, we shall have the fullest cause to glorify your name once again. Thank you in the name of Jesus. I have prayed. Amen.